Money is pouring into virtual real estate on emerging metaverse platforms. It could shake up one of gaming's oldest aftermarkets. Artur Sikov, the founder and CEO of metaverse platform Somnium Space, said unlike most of these in-progress products today, Somnium supports virtual reality. That allows Sikov to embody his avatar, which also happens to be an NFT, using a headset and hand-tracking controllers, so he can move about the virtual landscape as if it were the real world. In Somnium, you can buy, swap and use NFTs, which can include everything from avatars and cars to virtual land and art projects, including interactive exhibits and mini-games like the one Sikov demoed for me. But it's the virtual real estate bit that Sikov said he's becoming particularly wary of. "I'm not a big fan right now of all the hype around prices or how they're being reported," Sikov told me of the current speculative culture around virtual real estate. "It just fuels the FOMO even more and throws more people at this dumpster fire of buying NFTs without realizing why they're doing it or that they can even really use them anywhere." Sikov told me that Somnium, in contrast, isn't just about virtual land or buying and selling NFTs. The company wants its virtual world to become the next generation Fortnite or Roblox. Of course, granted, Fortnite or Roblox don't get there first. Sikov represents one side of the metaverse coin, the techno-optimist side intent on using the decentralized nature of blockchain platforms and cryptocurrency to transform gaming and the internet for the benefit of everyday players. The other side is, well, all about the money. Speculation is rampant in the crypto community right now, and nowhere is that more true beyond cryptocurrency itself than in virtual real estate. "I've played Ultima Online since 1999, Sikov said, referencing the classic massively multiplayer online game that helped pioneer concepts like expressive virtual avatars and in-game item and land ownership. "I started to work on Somnium with this idea in mind that it would be a big persistent virtual reality platform where people can create content, build things and socialize together." Somnium takes a 7.5% cut of all aftermarket NFT sales on the marketplace OpenSea, which Sikov said helps sustain the company and cut down on rampant speculation. The Metaverse Gold Rush. Owning property within a video game, like the concept of the Metaverse itself, is not new. As Sikov pointed out, it's been around since the days of Ultima Online and Second Life. Over the years, and in tandem with aftermarkets for other virtual video game goods like Team Fortress hats and World of Warcraft Gold, the idea of virtual economies began to take more concrete shape, often in underground corners of the internet, with a vast majority of game developers happy to simply look the other direction. In 2010, a player of the online game Entropia Universe sold a virtual nightclub on an asteroid, Club Never Die, for roughly $635,000 at the time, quietly hinting at a potentially disruptive future for virtual real estate. It wouldn't be until the modern crypto movement began accelerating in the last few years, with the popularization of NFTs and more recently the hype around the metaverse, that the concept of investing in virtual land would go from inexplicable to the next big gaming gold rush. In that context, Somnium is just one of a growing number of metaverse platforms that have been making headlines of late because of the mind-boggling amounts of money pouring in. Others include SoftBank-funded The Sandbox, Decentraland, and CryptoVoxels, forming what you could think of as a big four in the metaverse real estate market. Behind these platforms, all of which have big aspirations to create a decentralized future for the internet, there are scores of companies that are treating this like the internet's new American frontier, ripe for the taking so long as you buy the right land at the right time for the right price. Over $500 million in real estate was sold on metaverse platforms in 2021, CNBC reported, and prices have soared by as much as 500% in recent months. Companies like Republic Realm, which just this week received a $60 million funding round led by Andreessen Horowitz and spun off a new real estate arm, and Tokens.com are spending millions on artificially scarce parcels of virtual land. These firms, like real-world developers, have ambitions to build luxury virtual condos for the tech-savvy and ultra-rich and invest in commercial spaces for brand activations, shopping centers and entertainment venues, all inside competing metaverse platforms that are potentially years, if not decades, away from mainstream adoption. Though it's made of code, the land is not limitless, as Decentraland, Somnium and others restrict the supply. Imagine if you came to New York when it was farmland, and you had the option to get a block of Soho. Michael Gord, a co-founder of the virtual real estate firm the Metaverse Group, told the New York Times last fall. If someone wants to buy a block of real estate in Soho today, it's priceless, it's not on the market. That same experience is going to happen in the metaverse. Gord, whose company is a subsidiary of Tokens.com, is bullish on Decentraland, predicting it could one day become the most populated city on Earth, and also perhaps the most desirable real estate on Earth, he told Motherboard last month. Other startups, like Superworld and Upland, are taking an augmented reality approach, selling real-world addresses and landmarks as virtual parcels that can be adorned with ads, art or whatever else you might be able to view through a phone screen or future AR glasses.